Snapchat was one of those apps that when it was first introduced to me, I thought, why would I ever use this app? And then I started using it and I quickly realized how great the app was. And the reason it was great was that it was an easy way to share moments in your day, to send a picture, send a quick video, send it to a bunch of people without getting stuck in this MMS group text, which I fucking hate. But now it sucks. And the reason for this is the redesign. They redesigned their app, and I can't remember a single time where an app has just updated the design and my use of an app has gone from a frequent daily user to basically never opening the app ever. And I'm not the only one who agrees with this. In fact, there's a petition online with more than 1.2 million people requesting that Snapchat reverse their design. And in the first time in my life where I've ever liked a Kylie Jenner tweet, she says, "So does anyone else not open Snapchat anymore? Or is it just me?" Ugh, this is so sad. And don't let the charts on iTunes fool you. Just because Snapchat's near the top doesn't mean it's for a good reason. In fact, it might be specifically to see how bad this design is. When the redesign came out, it shot up the charts, and then it shot up again when Kylie Jenner tweeted this. Now, this is something I'm not really excited about because, again, I like Snapchat. So much so that I even bought these spectacles, which failed spectacularly. But I think people misunderstand why Snapchat is failing. Now, a lot of people are saying that Snapchat is failing because any other app can just clone the features that they've made, and why would you use Snapchat if you can use those same features on other apps? The biggest one being Instagram. Instagram copying Snapchat stories, and if you're a big content creator or if you already have a big audience on Instagram, why would you switch over to Snapchat to post a story when you can just do it on Instagram? In that case, it makes perfect sense. But as far as the primary functionality, which is Snapchat, like where Snapchat started, just walking around, you see something interesting, you take a picture, take a video, send it to a few friends. No other big app really does that. That's not something you can do on Instagram as far as I know. The reason Snapchat is failing, or the reason I think they're going to continue to fail, is because of what it is that they present to you. Snapchat has turned into nothing but ads. It's tabloids. It's the magazines at the cash register that are filled with garbage. That is basically what Snapchat is. Here are a few screenshots of Snapchat's Discover page. The page that you see when you swipe right from the camera that used to show you the stories of your friends, which is what everybody liked. Now I see this garbage. I see all these pointless stories that have nothing to do with me. I see Kylie Jenner stories, which I don't care about. I mean, if you're going to use my data to target stuff towards me, at least do it well. And here we have the friends section of the Snapchat app, which is basically one condensed view of what the entire app used to be. And there's no order to it whatsoever. Before, you used to be able to see all of your friends who have posted stories, and it was only the friends who actually had stories that were viewable. Now they're just scattered throughout this page. There's no logical ordering that I can see whatsoever. I have open messages at the top with a story right below that. There's no logic to this at all. It makes no sense. And the content creators that I follow say that this has done nothing but hurt them. They used to have insane engagement, and now it's been cut by half or even more than that because of this stupid view. But somehow the CEO of Snapchat, Evan Spiegel, said this is kind of proof that what they're doing works. He says that people complaining about the app was a validation that the changes the company wants to happen are indeed happening. They aim to separate the idea of communication and broadcasting with Snap into similar buckets rather than features being kind of mixed up, which is what they did. Now compare this to Instagram's Explore section that actually uses the data they have on me to present things I care about. They know that I follow primarily half-naked women in art, so what do I see? Half-naked women in art. I see art. I see a lot of creators who are making really cool artistic things. A lot of the people I follow on Instagram, I actually find through this page. I see some fitness stuff. It's actually even grouped kind of related to the amount of time I spend within the app. It's a lot of artistic stuff, then it's a little bit of MMA, UFC stuff, then a little bit of fitness, and then some half-naked women and huskies. But despite the user backlash, it seems like Snapchat is just set in their ways. This is just something that's going to take time. Even though their previous app was one that everybody loved, it's just going to take time for me to realize how much I need ads and stories about the Kardashians. Eventually, I'll learn to love it. Now, what does this mean for the future of Snapchat? I don't think the future's bright. Last year, they lost $3.5 billion, and they're laying off 120 software engineers in their biggest wave of job cuts ever. The CEO has said that it's their goal by the end of the year to break even despite losing $3.5 billion last year. They're now even branding themselves as a camera company, even working on a second version of these glasses. But don't worry, it's not going to have one camera. It's going to have two. But what good is being a camera company if nobody's using your app to view pictures or videos?